Hey everyone, welcome to the unboxing video of my new Milwaukee impact wrench. In this box, there should be a brand new half-inch mid-torque Gen-2 Milwaukee fuel impact wrench. So, let's open it up and have a look. Okay. Some paper padding, a bill of sale, purchased from BC Fasteners and Tools, and then product of interest. So, what is this impact wrench? Well, it is the Milwaukee 2962-20 fuel impact wrench. It's a half-inch anvil size, it's a mid-torque, and importantly, when you buy this gun, there's two versions to choose from. One, you get a pin detent for holding on the socket, or two, you get a friction ring. I chose to go with the friction ring at the advice of my friend who is a mechanic. He says it's a lot easier to get the sockets on and off. So, where did I get this? I bought this from BC Fasteners. You can buy these from Home Depot, PV Mart, any big department store. I bought this from, like I said, BC Fasteners. They had great shipping. They had a special on, and I thought I'd give their company a try. So I got this impact wrench because currently I have this guy. This is the Milwaukee 2853-20 impact driver. It's a 1/4 inch hex bit size, as you can see, and this thing is wonderful. It does a great job for so many things, but it has its limits. And its limits come where you start to have to apply some serious torque to this 1/4 inch hex to 1/2 inch anvil size adapter. And I've snapped, I kid you not, at least 3 different brands of these adapters, no problem. This gun has more than enough torque to snap these adapters. And so I realized that if I'm gonna have any hope of removing tight nuts and bolts without having to bust out my breaker bar, I need to get a different tool. And so this right here, this mid-torque gun, is that tool. So we'll set this aside for now, and we'll carry on with the unboxing. Alright, little interlude here. I'm a DIY guy. I don't use these things every single day like a mechanic or someone on an assembly line might, a tradesperson. I use them at best probably weekly, depending on maybe I have a project on the go multiple times weekly. So I chose this gun because I can afford to buy one right now. I was looking at the 1/2 inch stubby in the M12. I was looking at the M18 compact because I already have the M18 batteries. But I ultimately decided to go with the mid-torque because if I'm buying one impact wrench, I want to be sure that it's taking the bolts off, and I also don't want to lug around the weight of the high torque version. So that was my rationale for this gun. If you think I made the right choice, let me know in the comments. If you think I made the wrong choice, let me know, and let me know why. Okay, so let's open this box and have a closer look at the impact wrench. This is Milwaukee's standard packaging. The box itself looks in great shape. A little bit of sticky tape here I'm having a hard time undoing. Okay. Open the tab on the back. Milwaukee's got all kinds of advertising all over this thing telling me why it's the best. And we're going to find out if they're right. So in the box, we've got the first thing that falls out, an operator's manual. This will probably give us instructions on how to care for the gun and just what batteries it's compatible with, probably the specs of it, that sort of thing. So we'll set that aside, hang on to it for later. The other paper items that are in the box, we'll put that box aside. That's just cardboard. Opportunity to win a 10-piece Milwaukee combo toolkit. And of course, the obligatory Milwaukee brochure. This thing's pretty neat. It's got all of their tools on it, and gotta tell you, it's a pretty big selection to see them all laid out all together. So we'll just open this up. There you go. On this side we got the M18 stuff, and then on this side we got the M12 and the MX fuel items. So that's kind of neat. It lets you see all their products in one place. We'll keep going with this unboxing here. And finally, we get to item of interest. This is a really hefty gun, but it feels nice in the hand. So in terms of the specs for this gun, it is Milwaukee lists it as 650 pounds of nut busting torque, and I believe 500 pounds of fastening torque. If you're interested in the full specs of the gun, you can go check it out on Milwaukee's website. See the link in the description below. This has 4 different settings on it, so it'll be varieties of torque applied, and then so there's 1, 2, 3 torque settings, and then the 4th setting, I believe its function is to essentially gives you the full nut busting torque, but then slows the speed of the impact driver down after the nut or the bolt is busted loose, so it's not flying off at 3,000 RPM. So, like I said, check out Milwaukee's link for the full specs. One of the nice features of this Gen-2 model is their tri-cone LED, which is supposed to be super bright, and from the videos I've seen of it, it sure looks like it. So let's weigh this. We want to give you guys an idea of what it's like. You can see it in my hand here. It fits quite nicely in my hand. We'll pick up our fuel impact driver again, and I'll just hold them side by side here for you. So you can see that the mid torque is quite a bit larger, and I can tell you just in the hand it feels quite a bit heavier. Alright, powered on. So first we'll weigh our 1/4-inch hex driver. Figure out how to set this thing on here. There we go. 2.242 pounds. Alright, next up. We've got 3.54 pounds for this 1/2-inch mid-torque fuel. So you can see that this gun is quite a bit heavier than this guy here. Not quite double in weight, but quite a bit heavier. Alright, so that being said, you know, there's a difference in weight. I think that for an impact of this size here, you'd be okay with their CP smaller series batteries. When I bought it, it came with an XC 5.0, and so that's what I've been using, and it's worked great. It lasts all day for my use, whether I'm driving screws or lag bolts, whatever. It's great. I think for the 1/2-inch mid torque, you're gonna want this XC 5.0 battery. Is my suspicion. I think it's gonna draw a lot more. It's gonna draw a lot more amperage from the battery, and so having this slightly larger battery will do 2 things. It'll provide, it'll last a little bit longer because it's going to be drawing a lot more current from it, and it's also, I find it balances the tool quite well in the hand. It's a very heavy head, and so having a heavy battery on the bottom complements the weight of this tool well. You can see those tri-cone LEDs are quite bright. I'm looking forward to testing this out in darker places like underneath the car, and we'll see how it does. So that brings me to what are the intended uses of this impact wrench? Well, For me personally, I want to be able to take off lug nuts without snapping those quarter-inch adapters and without having to break out the breaker bar. So this is going to be used for lug nuts on the trucks, on the cars. This is going to be used for working on suspension parts, axle nuts, those are a biggie. Um, going to be used to work on lawnmowers and tractor mower decks. Sometimes it's really hard to get the blade bolts off because it's hard to find a way to hold them. This will do a great job on that. Those sorts of things where it just is going to make my life so much easier having the proper tool for the job. So thank you for watching. If you like this video, subscribe and like the video. And like I said, please make sure to subscribe so in 6 months when I do a short-term review of this product, you'll get notified and you can see how it's been doing for my use as a DIY hobby mechanic.